So let's talk fasteners. To fasten the trim to the wall, I'll state the obvious. Trim nails work really well with a trim gun. These are 16 gauge, and you can go up to 18 gauge. But they work really well, but not everyone has access to an air compressor or to the pneumatic nailers. But that's kind of an obvious choice. Another choice, if you don't have access, is just a finished nail. These are 8D nails. And the length of both nails will really be dictated by the style or type of trim you use. So if you use something thin like this, of course, obviously you use a shorter nail, but as a rule of thumb, we want the nail to go 1 inch into the framing member. So therefore you have to take into account the sheetrock. So you could do your calculations from the thickness of trim, thickness of sheetrock, with 1 inch being into the framing member. So with the hand-driven nail, always stay shy of driving it completely into the product. Leave the nail head proud and use a nail set to drive it into the product. But of course, we want all of our fasteners to be set down into the product so we can then cover the nail hole with either putty, epoxy putty, or some type of featherlight spackle. One of the newest things I've been working with and had a lot of success is Power Grab. It's an interior adhesive that's designed specifically for trim, and it has somewhat of a grab to it. So again, like with the clamping aspect of wood glue, it's not applicable to this. You can apply it to the back of the trim, stick it, and in most cases it'll stay there until the glue is set. So it's a real good option just so you don't have to go back and try to conceal or disguise those fasteners. Another option I have a lot of success with is trim head screws. So you get the control of using an impact driver or a screw gun and placing the screws right where you want them, driving them, setting them at the depth you need them. There's no pre-drilling required. Works really well, and then the head size is so small that a conventional spackle or epoxy stick will cover those fasteners. And then the final option is, I've seen some people do it, not a lot of people do it, but we have a Cortex plug and screw. So the way this works, you have a very specific applicator that comes with the screw, and using an impact driver or a screw gun, you set the screw into the product, or you drive the screw into the product, and it'll set it at the proper depth. And then you just come back with these plugs and put them in the hole that the screw has created. And it makes for a real neat build, again, that doesn't require any type of filler or anything of that nature to conceal the fastener.